What's up, guys? Welcome back to our installment of the Apex Legends Global Series Split 2 Playoffs Watch Party. We're here today with match number 7 and beyond. We got 5 teams on the 50 match point threshold. TSM, Dark Zero, FaZe, Oxygen, and Xset all can possibly be crowned the Apex Legends Split 2 Playoffs champions after this match, because they are at the 50-point threshold. So all they have to do is get a win now to be crowned the playoff champions. Which team can it be? Let's find out right now.
Dark Zero and TSM. All of a sudden it became a little bit tougher. FaZe with the win in the last game.
Yep, Dark Zero and TSM were on match point for a hot minute, like 4 games now.
And Xset, much to the sadness of TSM fans,
sometimes it takes a while to get that win though. So
match points. 5 teams are there. If it's not done here, Dan, everyone else is so close that surely, maybe, possibly, perhaps.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Of course, APAC South in this lobby as well, with the ability to get onto match point and stop one of these North American giants from winning this tournament. I know that Genome will say Dark Zero still are, but they were playing in the North American Pro League. We have Pioneers on 47, Alliance on 43, and Moist Esports on 42. Those are the 3 teams that have looked solid so far and maybe could find a victory here to keep this rolling into match number 8. But of course, we move over to Storm Point, a very different map.
Oh my goodness.
And it means very different early fights.
If you're wondering why I'm getting, shall we say, a little bit carried away just out of nowhere, we could potentially be going towards a barometer zone here, and Oxygen Esports, dark horses in this tournament, might be very, very happy. But while this contest continues in front of us, Pulverex do get that first knock.
It's tough for Hand as they unfortunately are in a contest yet again. Pulverex 27 points away from match point. And you are completely right, when we do see where this circle is pulling, it's going to be a little bit further south. It's going to go down towards barometer. And we've already seen how successful Oxygen Esports have been throughout this tournament when they have zones pulled towards them. Remember, they came top 3 when we had a barometer-ish zone just earlier on in this grand final. But throughout this tournament alone, they've had 3 Storm Point victories. It's a far better map for them than World's Edge. But we have to talk about pressure. The other squads that we have who are on match point have maybe been here, done that, they've been on the main stage. This is uncharted territory for Oxygen Esports.
Speaking of Arcane in the back, when we're talking about barometer zones and we're talking about Oxygen, he's saying you can almost guarantee if it does go their way, it's a top 3. Just because they have that extreme height to play off the back of. And then late on they can try and take some roofs and they can really cause some problems for the teams who are approaching them from all different angles. But we'll have to see where that zone does end up going. For Dark Zero, it's about getting to zone. And for Pulverex, it's about surviving here. As Geo come and join them and Black Hand inside a Stormcatcher, where we're seeing a little bit of a fight continue.
We have to remember at Split 1 playoffs, it was Storm Point where TSM were able to close it out. But another reminder,
already have a player
were
down.
Our best performing Storm Point team in North America during regular season. It's all there for some of our top American teams here. But it's about whether you can get it done when the pressure is on your shoulders. Everyone now making their rotations down towards the barometer area. As FaZe have lost 2.
oh, FaZe 2 down already.
Point, and I was about to say,
on match point
console,
2.
Where they drop over at Launchpad now find
KCP
themselves with a completely different
and
game
100
plan,
Thieves
which is
tag teamed them up.
Run away. And maybe see if you can get some teammates back in. Pioneers trying to hold these eggs at the moment.
Massive fight for Pioneers. 2 points off match point. All they'd have to do is win this engagement and then they can start trying to play spoiler for the rest of the lobby. But they're being very cautious because when you are so close, when you're only a couple of points away from match point, you don't want to take too big a risk because you might miss your opportunity to get to match point.
Yeah.
Once they do get to 50, it's about hoping, it's about praying that one of those 5 teams do not win it here and now.
100 Thieves is the team on the other side of this, and they've backed off for now, so Pioneers will be safe. They also have the Catalyst Pioneers to reinforce those doors, control those doors, and make 100 Thieves push even more difficult. So 100 Thieves having trying to make that rotate, well, they've quite simply been beaten there. FaZe still as a solo. Trying to creep back up to zone. Frex may be thinking that there might have been an opportunity to third party there, having seen and heard that fight start to break out. But other teams are going to have to replan what they want to do here.
We're going down towards Barometer, as we had mentioned earlier, and we have 3 of our top 5 teams already at Barometer. And the scary thing about this circle is there is so much unplayable space. I'm talking just open terrain where you are vulnerable. But one of our match point teams, FaZe, are now down to just 1. Frex is going to have to try and pull off what would be one of the most spectacular games of his life if FaZe were to win it here.
KCP still under pressure, still need the points. Haven't managed to get any quite yet. Riddle fighting against NRG in the feed as well. Sweet is going to be knocked, but for Pioneers, the story is, like you say, a couple of points, 1 team wipe, and they will be on match point and then hunting down those 5 other teams who are already there ahead of them.
And it's
Great
very
spot for
different,
them,
isn't
though,
it? Like
great spot for them.
when you see that there's 5 teams on match point, it's not as simple as just running at teams and hoping it's going to be one of them. Instead, you realistically have to just win the game. That's the easiest way to deny things, rather than thinking about, oh, is this the comp of TSM? Is this the comp of XSET? Just focus, get to 50, and then think about winning the game. Effect has just gone down in the kill feed as well. Alliance have lost 1. It's Kabaddi Octazan who are going to be above them and trying to push their advantage here.
Now what do Alliance do? Do they try and escape? Are you going to be able to? That's the real question. Tee them up, but can you knock them down? Or will the zone do the work for them? They will get the finish here, as Effect is finished in. Oh my word. Gusner's coming after you, buddy. He's on the hunt.
Well, Gio know just how important every kill point could be in trying to catch up these front runners. Alliance eliminated,
hunted
and they
him
still
down.
are not
Alliance
on match
eliminated.
point. Remember,
Still
Alliance have
only
always
a few
made
points
match
away.
point and lands, but it has been historically quite late. It's usually when we see a team win the game is when Alliance get there.
I mean, story just repeating itself, right? We were saying the important thing for Alliance in these games is games 1, 2, 3. That's where you need to be within reaching distance and convert onto a match point. Alliance, like you say, always on match point, but so late that they can't really make the most of it. And it's exactly the same here, 43 points for them. I think it just kind of
The
indicates
FaZe
how
member
tough
look went
this
all
lobby
the
is
way
to get
around that
points.
rat.
So Alliance will have to hope that this not only goes to a match 8, but they would need it to go to a match 9, as Riddle Order also eliminated in the kill feed. But look at the amount of teams that have already found their way to Barometer, and it is going to continue to pull towards Barometer as well. It's not going to be in that open terrain I was talking about. Amazing news for those who have been able to post up. One team I do want to talk about is FC Destroy. They find themselves in one of the buildings, center zone, and we've already seen what they can do with that comp, right? They set up a fortress and they deny teams. They could be a real threat in what could be a final circle that could determine how far we go here today.
Yep.
Give you an update on TSM's position as well.
FC Destroy already won 1 game today.
The egg building is just outside of the exit.
It was like match
Jurassic
2.
Park, which is going to be close to where that zone is going to be pulling. If we do see it pull maybe out towards that island, TSM could have a pretty good walk in with everyone else having to leave Barometer. But I think you're right, Dan. I think it might look like it's going to be pulling to where FC Destroy are. Dark Zero inside a Barometer right now, but very much with a lot of teams to go through to even get near that zone.
Both Dark Zero and Oxygen
Whoa.
don't know where this next circle's going at the moment, so it's just a waiting game. It's being patient for the next minute and 34. Let round 2 close, and then you're going to have to start to plan your next move. And Oxygen know this circle better than anyone. This is their drop location. It's their best chance of, if ever, to win this tournament. But because we saw the likes of XSET move so quickly, Dark Zero move so quickly, TSM have already found themselves in the circle as well. They all have a chance to win it here in match 7.
And now Ascend are creeping up on the position of TSM. Verholst is a little bit trapped due to that charge rifle on height from Oxygen, so Verholst is going to have to be careful here. Kashera backs off. Zero is going to be used here on the side of Ascend.
It's not the first time I've seen Kashira creeping up on TSM. It reminded me a little bit of Split 1 playoffs, but this is very different for Ascend. They are nowhere near match point at the moment. They are on 4 points, but they do have the chance to at least take out the lobby leaders, TSM. Are they going to try and push this one? TSM are posted up. They are ready and waiting and encouraging this fight.
I mean, the difficulty here for Ascend is the fact that TSM's comp gives them so much value in team fights. You hit the CQ, you've got the black hole, you've got the ability to use that Dark Veil, and I think Ascend smartly has decided, you know what, this isn't a fight we can win in this position.
So Ascend will back off, sensibly. But it has not been the same story for the EMEA Giants. Just the 4
taking
points
out
and a
Fire
long way to
Beavers
go to
members.
match point, especially when 5 teams from North America are already on that threshold. So TSM will just hold this for now, and they're going to be comfortable for quite some time. The action is probably going to unfold on either the southeast or southwest of this zone, as Frex is still on his journey, everyone. Still trying to toss that ring into some lava and hope that he can pull off a madness.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Just saying, snipe down on Phony. If Frex wins this, you're going to have to give him a bigger cut of the earnings. Dark Zero still in that building we were talking about, and we saw them in quite some time ago, just inside a barometer, down on the south side. Fnatic very close to them as well. Pioneers still in the egg buildings that we saw them in, but they're going to have to move as well. Elsewhere, Pulverex over at Launchpad at the moment. They've just hit the ring console. They're going to be arriving extremely late. They are deep into zone.
Just to give you an idea of where Dark Zero are and how far they have to move, they just have to shift slightly west, and then they would be in the next circle. But where they are currently, that building is not in. Now, this is starting to get a little bit difficult for some of these squads who are piling on these buildings. Dark Zero will be happy for the next 20 seconds, but as soon as this closes, they will get info of, okay, we need to plan another move in deeper to Barometer.
Dark Zero going to be safe for now. Geo on our screens. Working their way in and around Jurassic for now, but I think the interesting thing to keep our eyes on right now is what's happening at the south side of this zone. Pioneers, we mentioned, right? They only need a few points. They need 3 in order to go on to match point. LG are having a poke and a prod and a look, and behind LG is 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves get any damage and fighting breaks out, then Pioneers might make the call here to make their move.
The trouble for Pioneers is when you are this close, you're so reluctant to go placement heavy and force your way into a position which could be contested, because with just 2 points required, you need to just play with such little risk. They are starting to make their move now. They are being tagged up, but they should be safe under the bridge for now. But in 1 minute 30, they have to keep going. And as they approach the zone, that's where Exit are. That's where Fnatic are. That's where Oxygen are. That's where everyone is right now.
I have no choice, though. This is the only problem, right? I mean, the decision had to be made. Do we try and maybe look for a third-party opportunity? Do we try and rotate in towards zone? And using that Dark Veil, they have just about, Nasky 1 HP, survived. But Oxygen on that height, that's the problem for everyone in this lobby at the moment.
Well, when we get a chance, I'd love to look at the map and see where this circle's going, because I've got a feeling there's a couple of buildings that are going to be in prime position. Optic Gaming have been holding down center zone for quite some time, and look where that zone is going. OG with a chance to maybe disrupt everything and keep us going to match number 8. But of course, there will be teams trying to take that building off them. FC Destroy, for example, who are just a little bit further north. They can maybe get to match point too. But they might just decide to go for a Newcastle ult, attack, and try and take it off of them.
Blackhand eliminated in the meantime. They will not be on match point. Oxygen now have to plan their next move, but everything they do is going to be from height. So they will be able to be a little bit patient here. 15 seconds remaining on this zone. They'll be safe for the next. But damage will be pretty easy for them to output and chip away at, and they can use that to force teams into each other as well, almost create space themselves.
And I saw a very deep inhale,
TSM, Dark
exhale
Zero,
from Aiden there.
Phase down to one member,
Oxygen
and Exet all
it's
on
about
match
to
point.
get serious. We're getting into crunch time as round 3 begins to close. There are 6 squads who are outside the circle who are all going to be making their way in. TSM are going to be holding out a lot of these teams as Pioneers still only need 2 more points. They're holding this southern side. They should be okay with where they reside.
Pioneers need to move, need to rotate. Let's jump into a listening now and see what Nasky's telling the troops.
It looks free on our close side. I think we commit.
Wait, I'm gonna wall just in case. Go.
You ready for a fight?
Scan.
I'm scanning it. 3.
Nice, good shot. Good rotate, nice.
Take that really good job.
Yep. Yeah, good rotate, bro. Like, actually, good job.
Well.
Can't like up here is free too, right?
It looks free, yeah.
Pioneers make their rotate, but there's action elsewhere and it involves TSM. Ascend have been eliminated. They've done job number 1, but now Reps and Imperial
TSM with
Hell
one
have
down.
to do it
Ascend
to
eliminated.
keep their chances of winning in this
Reps
game
and
alive.
Imperial Hell, only 2 left. Fighting Geo. Geo is eliminated. 100 Thieves though for the third party.
So much damage from the high ground. Can
Reps eliminated. TSM.
TSM full. 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves trying to play
Come out
spoiler.
on top in this fight. Take the cannon spot away and make TSM fans wait.
1 down, 4 to go.
4
Dark Zero
left in the
FaZe,
lobby
Oxygen,
that
and
can
XZ still
possibly
alive,
win.
but remember, FaZe
10 that
are
can't.
just a solo rat, so the likelihood
10
of them
can play
winning
spoiler.
very,
Pulver
very
X
slim,
eliminated,
but
make
I
that
have seen
9.
incredible things happen in Apex Legends that I will not call it impossible. So, 100 Thieves now hold the eastern side.
Fire
the team
Beavers
that's
with a
holding them
rat.
out is LG Chivas, and then in the inside of center
FaZe
circle
with a
we have
rat.
Optic Gaming and NRG.
Don't want to sound crazy, but Frex kind of has that side of zone to himself on FaZe. Just saying. However, Pioneers might wrap on his position right now, and they might sniff him out. So FaZe fans, hold your breath. Pioneers need just 1 point here, Dan, and it's almost poetry that they would find Frex, right?
I mean, FaZe fans, slow your heart rate and hope that Seer doesn't catch you out, because you are very close to the Pioneers. To give you an idea of where Frex is, he's just behind where Nasky currently is right now, just trying to rat away. Now, NRG are in the kill feed, but they've lost 1. OG have just lost 1 as well. Now, Fnatic have jumped on Optic Gaming, center circle.
Fnatic
and that
pushing
is
Optic.
an incredible fight going down, because that could be the building where we finish this game.
Except making their move as well. One team who is on match point. Hemlock in the hands of Nocturnal as well.
Yep, XZ can win
what
here.
What a story this would be. It looked like they wouldn't be here. It wouldn't like they looked like it wouldn't make the grand finals. And now it's looking like they might just win the whole thing.
Oh, no.
Pioneers
take FaZe out,
get FaZe.
and Pioneers hit match point.
Yep,
So 3
FaZe
teams
not
remain who are
able
already
to
on match
rat
point
their
and can
way
still
to a
win.
grand finals
As for
win.
Pioneers, they have to go into the next game for their chance to be called champions.
3
So
left,
now
Dark
it's about
Zero,
disrupting.
Oxygen, XZ.
Now it's about killing. Now it's about being cynical and taking the game out of the hands of the other teams.
Oxygen are inside of the building, inside a zone, sharing it with Optic Gaming. Taking damage as we jump over to their POV. They're trying to assault this building. This fight is potentially a tournament-winning fight if they come out on top, but Aiden cannot go down.
If they can hold this building, if they can get inside of this building, then they will be in prime position. But look how they're being held out, because there is not just one team in that building on set. Both Fnatic and Optic reside in there, so it is not an easy push.
Nocturnal taking damage as
XZ
well.
getting
Having a
hurt.
smoke, having to use all the utility in the world. Sykes is gonna peek. Sykes is gonna fry. The Jaguars is taking
Knocked
down
one of LG members.
XZ can hold this southeast zone. This is perfect. If they take down LG Chivas, then they should have a comfortable rotation in. A lot of damage is taken onto Fun, but this is going to be okay.
Shield swap!
Surely
Shield swap!
Oh!
My goodness, but it's okay.
LG eliminated.
Teammates are there to
XZ
save. But
still
oh no,
there.
the grief. Moist Esports are in the area.
But the shield swap changed the dynamic of that fight. It could have been done 3 seconds earlier. 3 seconds more efficient. But the delay on the fight being clean means that XZ lose Sykes.
So now XZ's
Moist
chances of
Esports
winning
and
here is
XZ
also
really close to each other.
very much lowered. And it was Moist who were able to do so. Moist, by the way, 7 points off match point. They're not far off either.
Fnatic and Fire Beavers
But
on the other
look
side.
at that
They're pushing the
circle.
Fire
Look
Beavers.
at the amount of teams that have found their way to that building. 100 Thieves, Optic, Fnatic, and most importantly, Oxygen. Now, Dark Zero have to move here from the southern side. They're trying to create some space here with a lot of these shots. They're poking, they're prodding, but then when they have to move, they need to find somewhere to live.
Oh, Vayne gets the barrier off, but this is the problem now for Oxygen. Everybody's having to move in. Everyone is focusing them as they're trying to output damage, not only to keep themselves alive, but stop teams rotating into their position. Nice shots coming in, and I think that's XZ
Nice
who are going to be
shots
trying
there.
to cross at the
Oxygen
moment.
though
The Destroyer.
got to
He
1 knock,
knocked
2 knocked.
Vayne.
100 Thieves and Optic Gaming
Vayne left
team up to
try and
take
just
out
pull this one off
Oxygen.
for Oxygen.
Dark Zero made it in.
Dark
They've made
Zero.
it into zone.
They found a position just on the southern side, and remember, Dark Zero are the healthiest squad we have now who are on match point. They are going to hide away by that rock. They used the Dark Veil, they avoided all the damage, and now they just want to slow this one down.
Can Dark Zero clutch it up
11
here?
squads remain. Dark Zero with the biggest
Still
chance
a
of
lot
winning
of
this one in
squads.
this match number 7.
Great shots
Shots
by
coming in from
Jen
Jen
Burton.
All of Australia watching right now as Vayne, the last hope
Pioneers
for
eliminated
Oxygen Esports of one of the greatest
by 100
underdog
Thieves.
stories that we've seen in Apex Legends.
100 Thieves,
XR2,
NRG,
Oxygen
Dark
just
Zero,
won. It's Dark
Xset,
Zero as a full
Oxygen,
three. We also
Moist
saw
Esports,
Pioneers
Fnatic,
eliminated, but they've
all
got the
still
job done.
alive.
They will be on match point if we go into match 8.
Xset's still here. Xset have taken height.
I will say, Xset also do have that banner, so if they have a mobile res, there could still be a chance they can get back up to a 3, but you'd imagine it probably would have been popped had they had one. So it may just be an
They
attempt
have to
to
find
win the
somebody,
championship
kill somebody,
here
and get somebody with one.
with 2.
Oh no.
Little roof over their heads is going to
Bangalore ult.
keep them pretty safe for now.
10 squads remaining in the final circle, by the way.
Yeah, that's crazy
And
amount of
now
squads
the
right
fights
here.
break out.
This could be a
Xset
nuts
has
ending.
A solo. Nocturnal finds foe.
Nocturnal,
Taken down,
Xset
trying to
could be
survive,
o-
trying to avoid the piercing spikes, but with just 5
Yeah,
HP,
Xset eliminated.
they will fall.
Oxygen and Dark Zero, the only two that can win here.
Just 9, and Dark Zero is still alive. Fire Beaver's eliminated too.
And only one member of Oxygen left.
Vane's still alive, smokes go down, but it's Dark Zero.
Dark
who
Zero.
push on in from this southern side. They're working together. They have so much cover from these Dark Veils, but there will be eyes. NRG have a great angle on Dark Zero as they move towards center zone.
Vane's still
It's
alive,
gonna
though.
get
Vane's
nuts.
still alive here.
Can
Will
Dark
be
Zero
alive for as
pull
long
this
as he
off?
can. Dark Zero creeping up slowly. Trying to avoid all of the carnage that's going down around them, but look at what's happening elsewhere. You've got FC
100
Destroyed
Thieves
taking
and
on
FC,
100 Thieves.
Moist
FC Destroyed
Esports.
getting taken down. Moist Esports fighting as well. Optic Gaming watching all of this going down, as are NRG.
FC Destroy
In this
eliminated.
final circle, you cannot blink. Otherwise, you might miss a kill. You might miss the damage. Dark Zero are still center zone. They still hold the position. There
Yep,
is
Moist
absolute
Esports and
carnage around
NRG
them.
fighting it out. Oxygen.
There's absolutely no way.
No way.
He's still alive for Oxygen Esports. He's going to have to take zone damage. Can he get lucky here? Can he find somewhere to play?
Whoa!
Player behind him. Now he goes on the grab lift.
No way. 100 Thieves eliminated. Fnatic eliminated. 4 squads left.
Vayne.
Oxygen finally eliminated. Dark Zero still win. He goes up high.
Optic Gaming and NRG.
NRG eliminated.
They're taking damage, but no. Here comes Zero.
Zero. The captain.
I can't see anything.
To send it back.
Dark Zero wins. They're the champions. Oh my God, what a game.
Match point specialists.
Wow.
Dark Zero are your champions.
That wasn't a crazy 11-team final circle. Wow. And Dark Zero pull it off. Oxygen try to rat their way to a finish, but wow. Dark Zero is going to be your Split 2 playoff champions.
What an intense, incredible final circle we just witnessed. We had 10 squads going into that circle. I'm not even sure half the teams knew what to look at throughout. It was about trying to survive for so many
Wow,
of the teams.
how?
But for Dark Zero, they had a plan from the very beginning. It was pushed from.
Wow. Nicely done by Dark Zero, the Australian team, the world champions from last year, pulling out the win for Australia. Let's check out the championship ceremony here. They're probably like tiny trophy.
Wow, wow, wow. Talk about making history once again. Everybody, one more time, give it up for your champions, Dark Zero! Oh, Zainu, talk to me about how it feels to become a champion for the first time.
It's insane, man. I can't believe it. I never thought I'd be here, you know. Shout out to my teammates. Third win for them. Third win. They're insane.
He said fucking insane.
What was it like having to be in that lobby? It was absolute chaos in that final circle, but now you become a champion once again with your family in a crowd.
Yeah, it feels great to be the best again in the world. And big shout out to my parents. My brothers here, my dad's here, and my mum is here, so I had to win this one for the family.
And I know the family is so proud. I'm gonna move on here down the line because I gotta talk to the three-time champ Zero. And in this moment, I would like to let everyone know around the world that Zero is your MVP. Zero, what does that mean for you after coming out once again with a trophy?
Absolutely insane. Like, this is Zainu's first pro league split at 17 years old. Like, that just doesn't happen really. But like to play like that as well in the form we did, we only really messed up one game on the day.
You guys definitely were the best on the day. Now, Nick, let me talk to you because tell me about these boys and all the hard work that they've done to get to this point.
I don't know. I'm going to be honest. The gap between them and everybody else is unreal. I mean, we showed it. The amount of space we put between this team and everybody else was just, it was hard to believe. In a finals lobby, too.
Especially a finals lobby like this in Copper Box Arena in London. Now, boys, as you guys bask in this moment, what do you want to say to the fans that's been supporting you all throughout the weekend, all throughout your careers?
Thank you for all the fans. I want to shout out my mom again. She's the biggest supporter I've had. She's the reason I'm here. Thank you for all the fans. I appreciate it, guys.
Big shout out to the fans at home and on the stage. You guys were phenomenal. Absolute insane energy.
Insane energy out there, everybody. Zero.
Yeah, both my parents have been to 2 lands and I've won both of them. I think they're a good luck charm. But shout out to all the boys cheering us on home.
I think they're a good luck charm too as well. One more time in the chat and in the venue all around the world, give it up for your champions, Dark Zero!
Absolutely put on a show in that Game 7 to win Split 2 playoffs. Dark Zero, your champions. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Please like and subscribe if you guys like pro esports. We're going to bring you a lot more on the channel in the future. Thank you guys.